Panther family, what is up? Got the first episode of season 2 of Iowa State here, doing things a little different this year. Instead of interviewing one person at a time, I'm going to be doing groups. So I got some of the offensive studs here with me. I got the starting quarterback, starting tight end, the wide receiver one. Hopefully Tucker will be joining a little bit later. But tonight it's just going to
Tucker's on his
be
own schedule, though.
say what now?
I said Tucker's on his own schedule, so he'll do it.
Right, right. No, I kind of picked that up when I interviewed him the first time. But yeah, so just hopefully anybody that listens or watches can see how these guys are pretty damn goofy off the football field. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and start the round of questions. As I mentioned, guys, just chime in if you have any comments or anything. So I'll start with you, Darren. As quarterback, it's just kind of natural that you're one of the leaders of the team. I know Aubry is as one of those leaders too. But you got some new faces in the quarterback room this year. I know we got Steven from UConn and then Brown from Memphis. So what has that kind of been like with having those new guys in the room, and like what have you guys really done to bond and get to know each other and kind of improve each other's games at the same time?
It's been good to have them in the room. I've kind of been used to a room that has multiple quarterbacks in there as well, so it was kind of nothing new to me. But those guys have been great. It's been good to get to know them, and just we actually went to Top Golf one time with our coach one time, just trying to bond a little bit better, just kind of be around each other on some off time. But we see each other a lot now that it's camp time and just being around those. So it's just little tips here and there that we may see or that we may think could be better for each other. We give it as it's needed, but everything's been good. It's just been good to be around them, good to get to know them. So everything's been good in the QB room.
Nice. So pretty healthy competition going on there.
Yeah, things
Okay.
been good.
Cool. I gotta ask, man. You guys went to Topgolf, so who ended up winning? I know McKaylee's a golf's a bit, so I'll put
Probably,
my money on him.
I would say McKaylee. McKaylee is probably the best golfer. Him or Steven. Steven was pretty good too, but McKaylee, I felt like McKaylee was probably more consistent. I'm just there swinging the. I'm not doing too much out there, but it was good just to go out there and have some fun and just chill around the guys and just talk football, talk whatever. So it was good.
Oh yeah, man. It's good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, no, I know. As you mentioned, it feels like probably with a school like Georgia State, the quarterback room is going to be changing damn near every single year. So I'm sure that's something you're probably pretty used to at this point.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, like I said, I'll kind of go in clockwork here. So Aubry, I'll go to you next. As I mentioned, you're definitely one of the leaders of the team. If anybody who doesn't know, which I think most people would, Aubry has been with Georgia State for quite some time here. So how has the role of dad, if you will, of the team, how has that been so far, and how have you taken advantage of it? Because I'm sure you've gotten some of those freshmen to do something for you.
Man, I get it on a daily basis. I even got it last year too. My wife actually just laughed because she heard you say the dad thing. But man, I get it on a daily basis. I get it from guys in this room, like in this group chat that we're in right now. And it's just everybody kind of just. It's almost like when something happens or something happens in the locker room, everybody just kind of looks at me like, "What are you gonna do about it?" But especially Thrash. Thrash looks up to me for sure. But no, I think we have a good time. I think I'm older in the sense that I'm older, but I think everybody still looks at me as like just one of the guys, and everybody jokes about how old I am all the time, man, but nobody really like treats me like I'm like on the way out or anything. So I think that's something that is really special.
Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. No, you can just tell by things you've heard other players say in interviews and just by some quick videos. Like everybody on the team has so much respect for you, and it's clear. So, and if you don't want to tell us how you're taking advantage of it all, you don't have to admit that. But I know if I can't proudly say that I wouldn't take advantage of it if I was in your position. So.
KZ definitely he'll say something like a little shy and he'll say something like, oh, like try to get at me, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. But that's just KZ, I think.
I know he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
That's cool though, man. So like with this obviously being your last year here, is there, besides anything on the field, is there anything that like you're trying to really make sure you accomplish or take care of while you're here at Georgia State?
Shoot, man, I feel like, I mean, I've gotten a bachelor's degree. I'm not starting my master's degree yet, so I don't think there's anything in the classroom other than just making sure I have good grades and stuff. I think one of the biggest things is just because me and my wife finally moved up to Atlanta and finally like have our first home.
Nice, congratulations, man.
I appreciate it. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that we're trying to do now is just make this a home for not only me but for my wife and my little pup, little Luna. But other than that, man, just trying to stay level-headed and try to just play as best as I can and connect with these guys in this locker room because I think we have a great group of guys.
Okay, yeah, man. No, I think if my opinion is guys couldn't be in better hands with having you as one of the leaders. So it's great. As a fan of the team, man, it's great to have you on here.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Of course. All right, Thrash. I know you've been waiting, man. I know you've been admiring Aubry's answers over there. I know he's your hero, so we're gonna move on to you. But yeah, man. So Thrash, I know last year you were the guy in the sense that you led the team in receiving yards, receptions, and I think touchdowns too.
No,
but Sam was in the room with you, right? Oh, wait. What were you saying, Aubry?
I said he didn't lead in touchdowns. Sorry.
Okay, well maybe this year that'll change. But so, anyways, last year you had Sam in the room with you, who I'd met Sam before. Sam is obviously a stud of a football player, an even better guy. So, with Sam no longer being in the room with you, and you're kind of the guy now, what does that mean to you, and how have you really embraced that role of being the wide receiver one?
With Sam being gone, everybody looks up to me like I'm the guy. But I really just try to embrace it and, try to use it to challenge not only my teammates but myself. I never really been in that leader role, but I'm slowly starting to get the hang of it. I'm starting to be more vocal. If I see something, I say something. And just knowing that, the guys behind me, they trust and believe in me. I never really had anything like that before, so it's kind of different. It's kind of different because with Sam, when Sam was here, I would always go to Sam like, "Hey, like, what would you do in this type of coverage? If you get pressed, what are you doing right here?" Just taking all the things Sam taught me, and laying it down for the younger guys and stuff like that. But I'm really just trying to embrace the role, get used to it.
Okay. Yeah, man. No, I can't speak for obviously what happens inside the locker room, but I can say on the field, man, you definitely got, the athletic ability to be the guy and be that go-to target for Darren. So, I think it's awesome. You mentioned that, you take the lessons that Sam gave you and you're just trying to kind of pass them on and pay it forward to the other kids on the team. So, it's great hearing again as a fan that we got guys like you in the locker room. So, that's awesome, man. So my next question is for Tucker. I won't ask it, but if you guys want to answer it for him, we could do that instead. But I guess I will ask you guys because you guys might know. But I was going to ask him if him and Jameis had any placed any bets or anything like that for who's going to end the season with more rushing yards. So I don't know if you guys had heard anything that from Tuck, but maybe you guys do know.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if they. I don't know, to be honest. I think they're just both just willing to compete with each other, so they're both.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like it's sort of like unselfish competition. Like I really feel like it really doesn't matter who gets the most yards, but I feel like they're gonna try to outdo each other.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. So
Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, man.
I mean, I just like that's good for the room and in general, just that kind of competition and that, and just seeing who won the most yards at the end of the year and stuff like that. And they're both on the watch list, and it's crazy. Congrats to them as well. But I know they both want to end up with the most yards at the end of the year, and that's just going to make the running game even better, I would say.
Oh yeah. No, I mean Tuck's going for all-time school leading rusher. So I mean he's got some serious things going for him. But yeah, no, that's like you said, man, I think it's iron, sharpens iron. You know what I mean? So having a healthy competition is always a good thing.
That
Cool.
and those young guys coming up too, man. I think Marcus is still doing great things. I think he's still pushing it, and obviously KZ coming in and having a great spring and even a great fall so far now. So him and Marcus have both had a great fall. So I think that's just helping the room in general and pushing them even more and maybe even harder than they wanted to at the start. But I think it's just going to help the room, just like you said.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. And if KZ, man, as a fan, I got to say he's probably the main person in the incoming freshman class that we've heard about. If there's any freshman being praised by the media or the coaches right now, showing just grit and determination, it's KZ. So I think he's in a great position to learn from Jameis and Tuck and really kind of take over as the leading role back his sophomore year. So I mean, exciting times, man. It seriously is. Cool. Well, I'll go back up to Darren for the next question. So this next question, not necessarily asking like which day of practice was the best, like where you guys looked the most prolific or anything like that, but which day of practice so far has been the most fun? Like what kind of, when you left that day of practice, like, damn, man, I wish every day was like that. So
the crazy thing is, probably the day we did not condition after practice. Way we've been practicing and the way that conditioning has been going after practice, it's been killer. It's been pretty tough. So probably one of those days we did not condition after practice where I was the most excited. And then just probably like the scrimmage days are always good. Go out there and just go out there and play football. So I think we scrimmaged on Thursday, did like a half scrimmage, and then we just scrimmaged this past Saturday. So probably either one of those 2 days or one of the days we didn't condition. So probably one of those days. But everything's been good. Practice is always fun, going out there, compete with everybody, and just get better. So every day is pretty much fun.
Okay. Yeah. No, man. Some of the videos that the social media team has posted, like I think there was a hot dog eating contest one day or something like that, and that water balloon fight recently, the water gun fight or whatever. And I even tweeted from the account. I was like, great things happen when a good football team is having fun, so it's good to see you guys are having fun out there for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Good deal. Cool. So move on to Aubry for the next question. This one again, honestly, can be answered by any three of you guys because it's kind of pertains to all of you, but more so asking Aubry because he's been in the Sun Belt a little bit longer. So out of all the new Sun Belt additions, Aubry, which one are you the most excited to have a part of the conference or to travel to, and why is that the case for that school?
All three of those schools were. Is it three? There's four coming, right? But I think there's three.
Yeah. So it's four total, and then I think 3 this year technically.
Marshall, Old Dominion, and JMU. Mm-hmm. All three of those schools, man. I got recruited by all three of them. Had offers from 2 of them, and so I've always liked JMU. Marshall is you say the name Marshall, everybody knows who Marshall is.
Right.
So pretty exciting just for us to get a team like that, a historic team like that. So, and then Old Dominion is a good team that will come in, and I'm sure they're going to make waves just like all 3 of those other teams are, or all 2 of those other teams. But I would say my personal favorite out of those teams that I'm excited to play at is probably going to be Marshall, just because how historic it is, and not just because of all the stuff that happened and with the movie and all that kind of stuff, just because they were so dominant back in the day. And now they've had great players there, and so I think I'm really excited to go play there and play a team like that.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I think the prestige that Marshall adds to the Sun Belt with their history and some of the pro players they've produced. I mean, it's and that they got that one kid now, Rasheen Ali. I mean, looks like the real deal. So
I watched him last year. But
yeah. So I'd probably have to agree with you, man. Where Marshall's probably the one that I'm the most excited about. I think we play Marshall this year. It's the last game of the season, is it not?
I think it's either them or JMU. I can't remember.
Okay.
We play them.
I know it's late in the
I
season.
think they're the game before the last one. I think we
Okay.
played JMU last.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew it was later in the season. So, if I am able to make it up there, going up to West Virginia late in November like that, it's just gonna be, it's a great experience, man. So
it's probably gonna snow on both of those games. I can just feel it.
Yeah. No, football in the snow too, man. It's just, I don't know about playing in it. I never played in the snow myself, but visually, I don't think it gets better than football in the snow.
It hurts. I'll tell you that.
I bet. Cool. So Thrash, question for you next. This one it can really be for anybody on Georgia State or just anybody in the conference. Definitely don't want to try and start any trash talk here, but is there any specific player or team that you are looking forward to mossing the most? With mossing, I have a few schools or players in mind, so I don't know. Is there anybody that you're looking forward to just Darren putting that jump ball up for you and you just going up and embarrassing somebody?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a certain team. I'd probably just say all of them. I want to take I want to just take a game at a time. When that situation comes, either I'm gonna make the play or they gonna make the play. Nah, I hope it's me. I hope I make the play, but I just want to go out there and take it one game at a time.
I got you, man. You're not writing a name on any bullet or anything. It's anybody can catch it. I like it.
But I mean, going into this year, we got a couple hard, tough games. So all the DBs I'm looking forward to going against. They're pretty good. So I'm looking forward to get some work in with them. Good competition.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I would think South Carolina, North Carolina both probably have a couple cornerbacks that could easily be playing on Sunday. So it'll be a good opportunity to showcase what you got. So, cool. Sweet. So the other question I have is for Tucker. I don't think Tuck's making it at this point, but that's okay. We were able to get it done without him. So yeah, you guys give him plenty of shit for that one. I know I will. So I guess the last two questions I have are just really questions for all three of you. So you can each three provide your answer, kind of collectively give one. Either's fine. But first one, is there any coach that is on staff right now that you guys think could lace them up, put on the pads, and go out there and still be a semi-productive player?
Yes.
Coach Q, the receiver coach that we just got.
Coach Q.
Yeah, for sure. Have you seen any of his highlights? And they still talk about him in the state of South Carolina. He can lace him up right now, and we go play with us right now.
He played in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my buddies, Lucas, was on the North Carolina team with him, and he was like, "Dude, that guy is a monster." So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I bet Coach Ellington could still lace him up and do something too.
He might try. He might try, but not.
He can throw it. About it.
I gotta ask Aubrey real quick. How is that dynamic, man? Having Dan be your coach like that.
I mean, you gotta think about it, man. We're 5 days apart in our ages. He's a touch older than me. So I mean, obviously we played together for 2 years. So I mean, I know him like I don't think a lot of other people know him. So no, it's been cool, man. It's been cool to be able to go in there and just talk ball and not really think about him as a coach. I'm not going to call him Coach Ellington, but
Yeah.
I definitely have the respect as him being my coach. And I think it was a really big role for him to step up and take the tight end's job and be able to learn as much as the tight ends do. And I think he's done a fantastic job at it. I think he's done more than he's probably supposed to in the short amount of time that he's done it. So I definitely enjoy playing for Georgia State still, but like, you know, him being my coach.
Right.
It's just cool, man. It's different, but it's cool.
Oh yeah, no, I gotta admit, man, that's just like a hilarious dynamic to me. And I don't know if this is like official, but he's got to be the first position coach of a player that he threw a touchdown to. Like that, I don't know if that's ever happened before. So
This may be true. I don't know.
that's got to be a first for sure.
I don't know.
Cool. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I gotta throw Coach Lannis in there too, man. I think he can. I think he's crazy enough to just lay his life on the line to play at the linebacker position, man. I think he would die to get out there.
But yeah, he seems like a little high intensity, but hey, man, that's what you need for a linebacker coach. So you know.
Man, we asked the question last year, like if they put all the coaches in the room, who would come out? It was like a fist fight, and we all said Coach Lannis. It'd be a close one between him and Coach Elliott, but I think Coach Lannis come out, no doubt, every time.
Still swinging. Come on.
Yeah. Still trying to fight somebody. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious. That's too funny. All right. So, as I mentioned in the beginning of the call, I'm doing the season a little different where I'm interviewing groups. So next weekend, I'll actually be doing the defense. So I know the two that I have confirmed right now are Jamil and Blake. So at least those two guys and whoever else can join. So this question I'm asking both of you guys, both interviews. So the whole team is nasty. This is definitely one of the better, if not the best football team Georgia State's ever put on a field. But when it's all said and done, when the season's over, which side of the ball is going to be the strength of the team? Is it going to be the offense and we're putting up 40 points a game, or is it going to be the defense where it's just gritty and nasty and nobody can do anything on it? So I feel like I know your guys' answer, but which side of the ball is going to be the better side of the ball for the team this year?
I mean, we obviously we had to pick one, you know. It has to be offense. You know, we want to play as much as we can. We want to be able to put up those 30, 40-point games. And we also want our defense to have shutouts, zero points. Like, we just want both sides of the ball to be great. And that's what we're looking forward towards this season. And, like, when we get in practice, it's just great to go against those guys because they're, like you said, like, we got two sides of the ball that are very talented. So it's great. Offense, we got to put up them points. We trying to put up them points this year. So.
Oh yeah. No, go ahead, Aubrey.
I was just gonna say, man, I think for the first time this year, like for me being here, I think this is one of the first times like I've seen our defense like expect them to like put shutouts like every single game, and like that's just the way that they're practicing. That's the way that they're doing these drills. That's the way they're doing the special team drills. Like they're just out there competing every single day. So. You know, obviously, just like Darren said, like I'd love to like say we are going to be scoring 50 points a game, which obviously will be nice. But you know, I would love to see both sides do great things.
Yeah, and no, I mean, I'll say I've talked to a decent amount of players on the team, on both sides, and you know, you guys have a ton of confidence, and it's deserved, and you should on the offensive side. But when you talk to the defensive players, man, like you said, they're just They have incredibly high expectations for themselves, and I think they're going to hit them. I mean, I think they got the talent and the determination to do so. So, but yeah, man, it's going to be a good season, guys. I again thank you all for giving me some time this evening to get to talk to you guys a little bit and chat. But yeah, it's something that I'll speak for the fan base here. We have never been more excited for you guys, and I know that that vibe that Darren, you talked about in our first interview when you said you came with Furman and it was after the Tennessee game and you know the crowd was going crazy and everybody was into it. I know that's right around the corner for this program, so I'm pumped. So.
Well, to be fair, playing at Furman's not anything special. So.
Shots fired, man. Shots fired.
He talks trash about that night every time. He talks trash about him scoring touchdowns on us.
Yeah, I actually looked at the stat. Aubrey, you scored like the game-winning touchdown, didn't you, or something like that?
I don't think it was the game-winning touchdown. I scored one of them. We put up almost 60 points on them. So
we almost did the same thing. What are you talking about?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
What did you transfer to?
That's
all.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's all love, man.
No doubt.
Oh yeah. Well, hey man, thank you guys again. Nothing but the best wishes for you guys. I know it's going to be a great season. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there basically every home game. I'll be there in Columbia, so we'll hopefully cheering you guys on to victory. And give Tuck some shit. I thought he was going to be able to make it, but I guess not.
No doubt.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, man.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you, man.
Of course, guys. Have a good night.
All right, you too.